No, no formal itinerary. We're just going to talk. So I'm going to guess, the
Just talk.
beginning Disney's going to take up a bit. So welcome to another episode of Hoosier Nerds Podcast. We're all here this time, plus Kimberly again, because it's the week after we went to Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Universal's better.
Josie,
Yeah.
Josie said last night that our shows have been shitty since she's not been on them. I'm just throwing that out
Oh.
there.
She's just
Oh.
jealous.
well, she should make her own podcast.
That teenage
A
angst.
rival podcast.
I'll tell her that. It's like, do you make your own damn podcast?
Just starts blowing ours out of the water.
I know.
Exactly.
Instantly puts us out of business.
She collects those Smushmallow thingies. She probably have like 1 million followers on her Smushmallow podcast.
Kimberly has a few of
Oh,
them. I might have bought her a few of them because she likes them. So
They had a big Smushmallow open house at Five Below today, I guess.
Say that 5 times fast. Smishmallow, smishmallow, smishmallow,
Kimberly, is he even saying it right?
I don't know.
I
I
don't-
don't know.
yeah,
They're
I
they're
don't know.
squish. They're
I've never heard of-
squishmallows.
There's squishmallows.
I believe so.
Actually, you're all wrong. It's
Oh, no.
squishmallow.
Oh my god.
I like mallow.
I like mallow.
Yeah.
Aloe? Are we putting aloe in our squishes now?
Aloe.
Like an Allosaurus.
Squish aloes.
Anyways, Disney.
When did
We
you get
drove
back?
down to Disney. What'd you say?
When did you get back?
Friday at like 11:40ish.
Okay.
We drove all the way through. Honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I love driving. All the
You
way
drove
through.
from Daytona? Or
Yeah.
that area?
So after Disney, we went to Daytona, and then after we drove from
Squish-
Daytona all the way to Kokomo.
How long did it take?
What would you say, Kimberly? We left at like 6:30ish.
Yeah, we left at 6:30, got back at 11:45.
So-
So I mean, it was like an all-day thing.
17. Yeah, it is an all day. It's like 17 hours.
Yeah.
Did you stop and eat at restaurants and like go inside?
No.
On the way down, we stopped. We made the obligatory stop at Cracker Barrel.
And you stopped at
At
Johnny.
Busey's.
yeah,
Oh,
Busey's, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bucky's. Speaking of Bucky's, I am eating their sour gummy worms right now. The
Yeah.
best sour gummy worms I've had ever.
Did you get-
I will say that right now.
Did you get the chips?
No, but I got a Bucky shirt.
I got a Bucky shirt too. Which one did you stop at?
Which one did I stop at, or which shirt did I get?
Which Bucky's did you stop at?
It's in between Chattanooga and Atlanta.
Oh, so
Oh, that's the one I
yeah.
stopped at.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one I stopped at too.
That's where I got my shirt from.
I liked it. It was cool. It was like it's just a big old convenience store with everything in it.
Yeah.
Did you get gas without ethanol in it?
No, because I didn't need to fill up at that point. I only filled
Oh,
up
okay.
3 times, going down and coming back.
That's pretty good.
I probably could have only filled up twice, but Kimberly makes fun of me for this. But I hit half a tank and I start looking for cheap gas.
Oh hell no. No. You wait for that light to come on.
What if you get to fucking Atlanta and just get stopped and can't get off, and then you're out of gas?
Because
in the
I've
middle
made
of
that
fucking
trip
Atlanta?
1,000 times and I know that I'm not gonna have to stop in Atlanta.
But you never know when there's going to be traffic or something happens. Oh, my light's on.
Oh my
I'm
god, it
nowhere near
ain't
gas.
19 it isn't 1923. There's like a gas station at every other friggin' rest stop or
Yeah.
exit.
You never know what's going to happen. Go
ain't like
drive
you're on-
through Kansas. Kansas, there's 2 gas stations between Kansas City and Colorado. That's a
because
bit of
nobody
a-
drives to Kansas from Colorado, so
We did.
I usually just when I went through, I kind of just stopped when I was hungry, and that's kind of like when I filled up.
Can I say, on our way back, we stopped at a brand new marathon. It was the fanciest freaking marathon I've ever been to.
really,
Yet all the gas pumps were 100% touchscreen.
really.
Yes. Like it was all brand.
Wow.
Everything was touchscreen and fancy and new. It didn't feel like it should have been a marathon. It was like there should be like a speedway or Loves or something. Because you think marathon, you think like run down.
Right.
So on our way down, we stopped. We had to use the restroom, and I went ahead and topped off because we stopped to get. We were stopping to use the restroom, and Kimberly's been on a lot of road trips because road trips for vacation, and she was in um tr- uh
Sure.
Band.
drum corps. So a lot of traveling in drum corps. I kept wanting to say troopers, but that was one of the things. That's the group she was a part of. And I stopped at a BP, you know, because it's a gas station, and I didn't think anything of it. And she's like, "Don't stop at BP. BP stands for bad potty." And oh
Really?
my
I thought
god,
it's-
it's
I thought
true.
it stood for British Petroleum, but I could be wrong. I mean,
You are 100% wrong. It stands for bad body. You're very wrong.
So I'm out there getting gas, and she runs in to use the restroom, and then I get done getting gas. I don't like leaving my car next to the pump. I pull it up into a spot like a civilized human being.
I do that too. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't.
Mike
Fuck
is
'em.
like, screw those people.
Yeah.
they can wait.
Right.
But I go inside, and there's like Kimberly, and there's like three other girls, and I see a girl walk out, and she looked just straight disgusted. And all the girls are kind of just standing there in line for the bathroom, and I can just see the disgusted look on their faces as I walk by to the men's. Let's just say I didn't know if on the floor if it was pee or water, so I kind of step around all the puddles
It is
to
like
use
that.
the restroom.
Outside of Bucky's, every gas station on the interstate is that way.
Hey, I like a good old Loves.
Yeah.
those ain't bad.
Truck stops are probably the best.
Yeah, they probably are. You're right. Yeah, that's probably the same. But Bucky's, that's the nicest, cleanest bathroom I've ever seen in my life.
And it's
Well.
huge.
Yes.
After driving Spirit Bus, I know that Casey's always has at least a clean bathroom.
You're right.
It might not
Yeah,
be the best
yeah.
bathroom, but it's a clean bathroom.
That's
Exactly.
right. I usually go Speedway or Casey's if I'm out.
Yeah, I'm always at Casey's.
But what was there? There's no water pressure. There was standing water in the women's bathroom at this BP. It was just horrible, and I'll never
Ew.
stop there. I probably will. Let's be honest. I'll forget in like a year. Probably like a week.
If I gotta stop to pee, I'll stop at a rest area. Because bathrooms
Yeah.
bathrooms in gas stations are they're questionable.
Well, when
You
there's
could
no
just-
rest area because you're in a more civilized or built up area with cities every 20 miles, there's not going to be a gas or just a stop. But we stopped.
How far did you get the first day?
The first day we made it to. Oh, it starts with an FY something, just outside of Atlanta.
Starts with a what?
Hold on, I forget. I gotta look up the name of the city because I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's like FY something.
FY.
Give me a sec. I'm on Google Maps, zooming in, enhance,
Enhance. Enhance.
enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. Name the movie. You gotta name the movie if you're gonna use a quote.
Super Troopers.
There you go. Love that movie.
Okay,
It's
it's
the second one.
FORSYTH.
Forsyth.
Forsyth. Yeah, we stopped in Forsyth.
Okay.
It's about halfway between Atlanta and Macon.
Right. I know where it's at.
So we made it there because we couldn't check into Disney till the next day around like 2 or 3.
Right.
But then we made good time the next day. I know everyone was like, "Why are you guys stopping so much?" Well, we didn't need to be there till the next day. We're not going to drive all the way through on the first day.
Yeah.
At least people in a different group chat were giving me crap for, not driving all the way through. But I didn't want to hit Atlanta.
I told you
also
to stop. I told you to stop just south of Atlanta.
Yeah, and I wanted to at least make it through Atlanta before. I didn't want to hit the AM traffic or even the PM traffic. Driving down, the only bad traffic we had was Nashville because there was a crash. And then there was a crash coming back in Nashville in almost the exact same area.
Uh,
That was the only
that's
bad
probably not a coincidence. It's probably just a bad area.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 interstates all coming together within
Right.
like, a
Oh,
bit.
yeah. Fuck that.
Chattanooga, Kimberly was driving, and we were like stuck in Chattanooga for like an hour. It felt like I think it was only like 30 minutes, but the traffic was not moving.
Oh yeah, you had to go that way, didn't you? I forgot.
Yeah. Actually, we didn't end up going to Bloomfield for that interview.
Bloomington, you didn't?
No, we ended up just going.
Because Kimberly got a job at the other school that she applied for. So she decided to not do that interview.
Oh, well, there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. I am now a band director. So
Yay!
I didn't know if I was allowed to say
Band
that or not
director,
yet.
you own Chris's balls. It was a good week for you.
Do
I
we
mean, I
wanna
guess.
Do we want to skip to that now? To Magic Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
No.
they just did, so might as well.
Do you want to tell the story of Magic Kingdom, Kimberly?
I mean,
You're a better storyteller. You said it yourself.
that is very true.
Wait, hold on. Wait. What hotel did y'all stay at?
Pop Century Resort.
Oh, so did you eat like breakfast in like the dining area thingy there?
Once.
Once? Okay. It was just a question. Okay, go ahead.
Since we're at the resort, we went in early, so we woke up at 6 and like left.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyways, sorry, Kimberly.
Yeah, rude. So our
It
first
happens.
day we went, clearly I know, but the first day we went to Magic Kingdom, I was in like the worst mood probably possible. I had like the massive migraine all day. I felt so bad that Chris honestly had to put up with me. It was kind of sad. But we had Fast Pass. It's called Genie Plus now, but it's just Fast Pass.
Right.
And we got to ride practically like every ride in the morning, except for maybe like 2 rides that we saved for the evening. And so we did like everything in the morning, and then we went back to the resort, took like the longest nap, and then went back to Magic Kingdom in the evening.
Was it
Which
busy?
Yes, and I've been there when it's been worse. So
Okay.
it's hard for me to say yes to that. But I mean, there was a lot of like strollers and stuff, which was like the
I hate
biggest
strollers.
issue that I had with that
Oh, yeah.
place. God, it was absolutely awful. And like, no offense against elderly, but like all of the elderly in their little cars, and like their little, that was so annoying. But it's fine. I don't know. But anyway, so we went back in the evening, and Chris was so adamant on getting pictures done in front of the castle. And I could care less. And I kept
Oh
telling him,
my
like, I was like,
God.
no, I don't want to. Because I legit just didn't care. We already took selfies in front of it and just like stuff in the morning. I was like, I'm done. We don't need to do that anymore. And so he just kept pushing us over there. So I finally was like, okay, fine, whatever.
Funny.
And so they have photographers there, and you can pay to like buy their pictures, and they do special like magic touches to them and stuff and everything. So we let this guy take our pictures, even though in my head I wasn't gonna buy the pictures because I didn't pay for the package to get them. So
I thought you could buy like individual like photos. Is how I kind of understood it. I didn't know you had to pay for like a day for like $200 for the package.
Oh, wow.
yeah. But that's for like the whole trip too. So you pay $200
Hey,
for like
follow
all
me
of the
around.
pictures you get taken like anywhere. So
That's not.
in the end, no, it's not bad. And you can get like a crap ton of photos too. So, which is what we started doing after we got these pictures, and we were in line, and I didn't want like crappy pictures since we were going to get them done. I was like, okay, Chris, don't do anything stupid. Because, I want good pictures. If we're gonna get them taken, make them good. So I told him,
That's
don't do anything
hilarious.
stupid. And we stand up in front of the castle and we do the atypical, we're cheesing in front of the castle. And then the photographer was like, okay, now do this pose. And Chris was like, oh, I'm just gonna do one better. I got this. And he grabs his bag and pulls out the ring box and proposes in front of the whole world at Disney. So
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
So that's
share it.
our story.
I want to hear more about his arguments. We should go to Magic Castle.
Yeah,
It
I
look
was
good
gonna-
at night, or something.
I just wanted
That's hilarious.
I wanted to ride Space Mountain and stuff because he needed to experience that. And so I was like, no, we just need to get over there. We have a reservation for it because you can do that now. And I was like, no, we just gotta go. And he's like, no, let's just go get a picture in front of the castle. He's like, it'll be 5
That's
minutes.
so
It's
funny.
fine. It's only 5. I'm like, oh.
Uh,
It was
Yeah.
an argument though.
uh,
He also got stopped at security on our way in, and
Yeah.
I didn't, and they had to check his bag, and he was like, "Oh, be careful, there's a ring in there."
The security guard almost gave it away. He was
Was it
cheesing
random,
so hard.
like a random search? Or?
The only time I got searched, I always took a backpack in, not a backpack, but a string bag with water bottles, snacks,
'Cause you look
some
like a
medicines.
terrorist, Chris.
Yeah, but it was the only time I got stopped. Earlier in the day, I didn't get stopped, but this time I got stopped. I was like, of freaking course I got stopped. I had the ring
Yeah.
with me all day, but like she said, she wasn't in the best of mood, so I didn't really feel like doing it when she was gonna, maybe punch my head off during the earlier in the day. She probably
Very
would have.
true.
She probably
Yeah.
would have said yes, taken the ring, and then hit me.
Yeah.
And what day
I'm
was
not
that?
that
What,
mean.
what day of the
No,
trip
you're
was
not.
that? Was
You're
Monday?
not. That was
That was Saturday.
yes.
Oh,
That was
Saturday.
our first day.
Oh, okay.
First official day.
Poor day.
Well, good for you.
We got there on Friday and we did Disney Springs or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called
That
anymore.
place
We
is
did that all
fun.
day. It was fun, but it's all the expensive stores. So unless you're
It's
really
there's
wanting to spend
nothing.
money.
Go to Kissimmee if you want cheap Disney stores. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's true. We kind of bought all of our shirts and stuff we bought before we even went. So
They recommend that. Like if you go by those traveling people that go to Disney all the time, they tell you buy your shit early and don't buy it at the park. Because they're their t-shirts are expensive.
We got a shirt from Mikey because he watched Biscuit. And I got that. We went shop. We kind of did our shopping as we were going for our nap at in the middle of the day, and I saw that shirt, and that's when I bought it at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a tank top, and it's Mickey saying "Oh gosh," and I can just see him at the gym sporting that.
Yeah, I'll try.
One more
I need
rep.
to.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Day 2 was Hollywood Studios, and we got there early, and we walked right into Rock and Roller Coaster, and we already had a Fast Pass set up or Genie Plus set up for it 30 minutes later. So we did that, and then we turned around and went right back into it. At first, when I like roller coasters, but my biggest problem with roller coasters is I don't like being just rocketed, 0 to 90 in 2 feet. And
That's
of
what
course,
the Hulk is like.
Yeah, the Hulk's a little bit like that. So is
Yeah.
the Velocicoaster. Oh man, it's so
Is
good.
it the rockin' whatever the rock and roll thingy, that one at Universal too, where you can pick your own music?
I don't think I ever did that.
Yeah, that's the same way.
I didn't know there was one like that in Universal.
Yeah.
So I liked Hollywood Studios. My biggest problem was if you're not there on your Genie Plus, instantly scheduling Rise of the Resistance or Smuggler's Run, you're not gonna get into it.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to wait
been
2
a
hours.
constant problem since they opened.
I know Derek and Maddie, they were able to ride it twice each one, but I don't know how they did that when they went.
Even Gina has told me the times that they've gone that by the time they get in, it's it's already all the times are taken.
We were able to do
really
Smuggler's Run once, where you're like flying the Millennium Falcon. That was a
Mhm.
lot of fun, but it was only me and her. We were the pilots. There we had no gunners and we had no engineers, so we kind of sucked.
I was
Oh.
definitely a captain, just so we're
She
all
was
aware.
the captain. She was in Hansi.
Did you call her your worshipfulness?
No, I should have.
You blew it. You have had the chance, Chris.
But so I'm just gonna say it now. My favorite ride of the entire trip was probably Rock and Roller Coaster.
Really?
Animal
Did you do
Kingdom.
Tower Tour?
No, it was the same thing. It was booked clean.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh man, that ride's so much fun.
The reason we wanted to make sure we could have gotten it, but we wanted to make sure after we built we built droids. We didn't do the lightsaber thing was booked clean for like months in advance, so we built droids, which was a lot of fun. I built a BB unit. It's like an Imperial one, and I put a chip in it that made it like grumpy. And Kimberly built an R2 unit, and she put a smart chip in it.
So what do they do? I mean, do they sit there? Or do they move? Or
It's a remote controlled droid. You can
okay,
just
so it is
run.
remote control. Okay, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
And they'll like interact with each other. Ours have kind of talked to each other a little bit, but it's not really like too much.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm afraid I kind of ran it around a little bit, showing it off to her mom and aunt when they came over yesterday. And I think it kind of scared the crap out of Biscuit.
Better hope that it doesn't like get smart.
Well, that's why I have it turned off. I just have it sitting on my desk right now. We did build lightsabers though. So after Star Tours, you can build like cheap little $35 lightsabers.
Oh, is that the same like you can do at Disney Springs?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's they got the prefabricated parts. Mine is kind of a mixture of Rey's and someone else's lightsaber. Kimberly's is like Luke's and someone else's, but it's red. I have a white lightsaber. She was getting pissed off because the lady that was helping us wasn't helping us.
Well, because they had 50 million parts sitting like right behind the counter, and she would not bring up different parts. And so I had very limited options because Chris took all the good ones, and she just wouldn't bring other ones. So mine kind of just is such a mix of like good and evil, and just I don't know, it's weird. But it was only $30, so I'm not complaining too bad.
I guess that's not too bad.
Okay, Kimberly, you tell us about the me. Do you want to tell them about our dinner reservation fiasco?
Sure. Let's just say rain in Florida is unforgiving.
Yep, sure is.
It's absolutely awful. So we had a dinner reservation for 8:30, and if
Where?
you do not, it was one of the Italian places,
Mama
Melrose. I think Melrose or something.
Yeah, Mama Melrose.
And so we had the reservation for 8:30, and if you don't make your reservation, you have to pay. So
Was it like a
we were
doctor's
making,
office?
that's what I was saying. It was stupid, but it's fine. So we're waiting in line for the bus at our resort, and it's like running super late. And like I think we waited for like maybe 40 minutes, and in the midst of this, it starts sprinkling. And we're like, well, shit, like it's gonna rain. So we put our raincoats on because we looked nice. We were gonna have like a nice dinner. And so we're just like waiting and waiting. And as soon as the bus comes, we sit down and it's like torrential downpour. Thunder, lightning, it's like flooded everywhere. I mean, it's like pathetically awful. And I don't even know. But
where's the restaurant at?
it's in like the back of Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
In the Muppets area.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so of course for Pop Century, like our bus is all the way in the back, like it's the farthest bus you can probably get. And so we like in this torrential downpour make our way from the bus all the way to like the entrance. We're already sopping wet, and we take a pause and we're like, well, we're already wet, so let's just keep going. So we run like through stores and like around everything, and we make our way to like these little umbrellas in the middle of the park, and we're like, is it even worth it at this point? And it was awful, and the rain did not let up. It was just, I hate Florida rain, but that's okay. But so we kept going, and eventually we get to the restaurant, and we walk inside, and they have like plastic bags, and they're like, here, you can put your raincoats in these bags, and here's some napkins to like try to dry off. And it was like we were like puddles underneath us, like we were just sopping wet. Like I had to go to the restroom, like wring out my dress in the sink. Like it was awful. And we were like eating dinner, and I think we had like pools of water around our feet because we were just like
Holy
so
cow.
wet from the rain. It was awful. But it was really good. It was really
Jeez.
good food. We both had salmon. It was the best salmon I've had, I think, ever. So that was fun.
We would have
Hey,
taken the Skyliner, but the Skyliner was closed down because of the lightning.
Because of the rain.
Yeah, the Skyliner's really nice, but they shut it down. If they even have a hint of a storm coming, they shut it down. And
Dude,
then they have to get buses going, at that point.
Well, and the thing is, too, at a theme park, like people don't care. Like they've spent all that money. They're not doing anything or going anywhere because it's a theme park, and they'll stand in the pouring rain. Because I've had that happen at Universal. Because we were Halloween Horror Nights in line outside for this haunted house, and it started to rain, and I'm like, let's not go anywhere. People will leave, and we can move up. And nobody freaking moved. And we stood in the rain for like 25 minutes. And it was a torrential downpour. There's lightning going off and everything. So yeah, that's Florida.
Like she said, it was a great dinner. It was awesome. But probably close to probably getting pneumonia. My feet were shredded for like the rest of the week.
Oh, I'm sure.
Walking back to the bus, my feet were going squish, squish, squish.
Yep, been there, done that. I had to buy new
Also,
shoes.
because I know Mikey just said, "What, you had salmon at an Italian restaurant?"
Yeah.
There was pasta underneath the salmon,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's okay. So I mean, it was Italian.
It was Italian salmon.
Would have been my first choice, but hey.
Yeah, I probably
At
would.
these restaurants, you have 6 choices,
Oh yeah.
if that.
Like a cruise.
Yeah, it's like here's your 6 choices. Minimum is $30. Have fun.
Where did you eat when you went to Disney Springs?
Guy's fried chicken restaurant there.
Hell yeah.
Fieri?
Yeah, Guy Fieri's chicken restaurant. Oh my god, that place was so good.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe it.
I wanted to get a picture. They got a little cutout of him. I wanted to get my picture with him, but it was so busy. I forgot to get my picture with him.
Right.
But we sat behind our booth. I got a picture of it. I can send it to you guys. It says Flavor Town. He took us to Flavor Town.
We used to go there all the time when I lived there because it's free, and we would, like I said, we would go to Ghirardelli and get ice cream 9 times out of 10, and get the free chocolate. Get the free chocolate.
They have really fancy parking garages there. It tells you how many cars or how many open spaces there are in each level, and there's a little green light above the open space in each lane. It tells you which lanes, how many spaces are even.
Really?
Yeah, it was really nice.
That's actually wicked cool.
Just imagine like going back there like 20 years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago. It's like
there wasn't no parking
Yeah,
garages
yeah.
years ago. And you
Fucking
had to
crazy.
drive. It would take you a half hour to find a damn parking spot.
Right.
Not even worth it at that
Tested
point.
that. It is worth it at that point.
I like Disney Springs, but like Kimberly said, it was all expensive stuff. But of course, we bought stuff. I went to the Star Wars store. I bought a hat, and she bought some pants.
That shit's no cheaper in the theme park. It's the
No.
same price.
But after we get done talking about the next 2 parks,
You're on Disney property. I mean,
I
what do
want
you
to gripe
expect?
a little bit about the lack of actual stuff at the parks. Like you go to one park and you've legit seen. We went to Magic Kingdom, and we could have bought everything for every other park at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
What happened to the days where you go to Magic Kingdom and it's only Magic Kingdom stuff or Hollywood
Oh,
Studio stuff?
I don't
Epcot
know.
was the only thing that was a little different because you go to Germany and it's Germany stuff.
Don't they have don't they have Hollywood Studios? Like they don't have like Hollywood Studios like shirts and shit, don't they?
Yeah, but you could buy that at Magic Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah, you could
I
buy Kylo Ren's lightsaber at the Pirates after the Pirates ride.
Did you ride Pirates? I love that ride.
Yeah.
Did you? What about Haunted Mansion?
Yeah,
Those are my
there's a
two
really
favorites.
bad photo of us because we didn't know there was cameras.
You weren't making
and-
out and shit, were you? That's just you can't do that.
I mean,
There's
we weren't
kids
making
around.
out, but I gave her a kiss.
You can't feel
And
her
of
up.
course,
in
there's a
the ride.
camera right there, and it's a horrible picture. It looks like I'm trying. It looks like I'm
It
trying
is
to
the
keep a
worst
face.
picture. It is absolutely awful. Like I saw it and it was awful. I was like, I feel bad for the people that had to actually like look at that picture once it was taken.
So, Animal Kingdom, kind of underrated. It wasn't
It-
the best, but it was underrated.
Was it crowded? It's usually not crowded.
Um, it was pretty crowded. It wasn't as bad as the other parks, but it was still a lot of people. Um, the highlight of that park, it's worth. So some rides you can pay to get Genie Plus to skip and go right into it. It was $11, and it was the flight of. It's like Animal Kingdom has the Avatar world or Pandorum, and it's a little 3D 4D ride where you're riding. Remember the things they ride around, the flying things in Avatar, the Banshees or whatever they're called.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like you're flying those. You're like on a motorcycle. If it's like you're strapped into a motorcycle, um, and it's a big screen in front of you. You put on 3D glasses, and it feels like the thing's breathing underneath you, and you're flying around Pandora. It is honestly, if it wasn't, it is probably top 3 ride I rode while I was at Disney.
It's like Soren.
It's almost exactly like Soren.
Soren's awesome. I love Soren.
I jump like one part of Soren scared me. I thought we were about to get hit by a plane.
It's not the 9/11 experience.
I grabbed Kimberly. It scared me so bad. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I will say one cool thing about the Pandora ride was that like they have like pieces of like the motorcycle thing that you're sitting in like that go up against your back and up against like your calf muscles. So it makes it feel like you're actually on an animal and it's like breathing on you because they're like the pads on them will move. So like while you're like flying, it feels like you're actually on like something. It was really neat. I will say though, if you're tall, it's really hard to sit in. Long legs was not a good thing to deal with at this
really?
Disney trip.
Yeah, being tall and big is not conducive to a Disney trip. We were able to fit in every ride, but like teacups, really uncomfortable. We got extremely dizzy, and teacups was a lot of fun. But
I will not ride the teacups
why?
because I don't
What?
want
It's
to
a
throw up.
staple. You're not gonna throw up.
Oh yeah, I don't.
You
ride
don't have to spin. You don't have to spin the cup. You can just sit in it,
Yeah,
and then
be
it
lame.
just rolls around.
We
You
were
can be an
we
old
were,
man. It's okay.
We were flying.
Did you ride the? Did you go to the racetrack? Did you ride the racetrack?
Yes,
I always
but
spin those
it was really
balls.
stupid.
It's you take that back.
Which racetrack? The one in Tomorrowland or the one
Yes.
at Epcot?
We were
Ooh,
putting. We
Test
were
track
like
is
putt
fun
putting.
too.
Yeah, that one in Tomorrowland was lame.
Shut up. Ride your damn teacups. Hope throw up next time.
We barely were moving. I could run faster than we were moving in that thing.
Yours lame.
I think you're just really showing your age right now. I think that's all.
He's probably like, oh, when I was 4 years old, I was flying around that track.
I have never been good with like teacup stuff. I've never.
Are you the kind of? Would you ride the carousel?
I would ride the carousel. Yeah, I've ridden the carousel.
See, we rode the carousel. Okay, at least
I
you
rode the
that.
carousel. I'll ride anything. I just don't like anything that will make me. I know my limits on like throwing up. So, because you can't. This is why when you ride the teacups, you can't trust people. If I knew somebody was going to get nauseous and I could handle the teacup ride, guess what I would do? I would spin that bastard around to make them nauseous because I'm an asshole. So you can't trust
for
people on
sure.
that ride.
We are reaching maximum centrifugal force.
Yeah,
We-
you can't
We
trust
are
people.
getting liftoff with how fast
Yeah,
we were trying to spin it.
Space.
I had to slow it
with
down at
so-
one point because I felt like I was getting like spun out of it.
You're asking a lot. You're really taking you're putting your life in other people's hands on the teacups, and I'm just not willing to do that.
What a boomer!
It's a true test of an engagement right there. That's what that was.
You're right. That is exactly right. And I've been divorced 3 times, so now you know why I won't ride the damn teacups. So there you go.
I shouldn't laugh at that.
That's I shouldn't either, but that's a good oof or like big oof on that one.
Epcot was a lot of fun. It's definitely I know the last 2 parks is like we're
I
kind of
enjoy Epcot. It's a relaxing
Epcot was
theme
fun.
park.
It's relaxing. It's very much an adult park. It's all about spending money and drinking and eating.
Do they still have that Mission Space ride?
Yeah, it was all right. I took pictures of it. I don't know if you saw them. Probably not.
No,
It's-
and they have Test Track, right?
Yeah, we couldn't get into Test Track. That one was busy.
Really? But you got into the Soarin'.
We got into Soarin' and we got into the what's the other one that's like right next door to that? The Land where you're on like a boat.
Oh, the
ride.
land where they grow stuff like they grow pumpkins that look like Mickey Mouse heads.
Well, no, they were talking about like trying to build like a better, more like sustainable farming and stuff. Like
Yeah,
I thought it was
they
cool.
grow pumpkins that look like Mickey Mouse.
I didn't see the pumpkins, but they were talking. They were
Oh,
growing.
really?
Maybe
The
it's just
land's
because of when we went.
cool.
Like I thought it was really cool when they were showing us they're trying to get farming. Like they got like the farm up top, but underneath they got like a fish farm. So it's like double. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, the land's cool. I like Epcot. I do.
If I had kids, I would definitely not take them to Epcot. I think unless to meet the princesses, because if you want to meet princesses, that's where you go.
Oh, really?
Because you got the frozen people, you got the Elsa and Anna and
The frozen people.
in like Sweden, you got Jasmine in Morocco. You got Belle wherever
rolled
Belle.
in and just
Do you have
froze.
the dead?
everybody.
Do you have like the dead people from Game of Thrones too in the frozen?
No, but you have dead people in Mexico for Coco.
Really?
Yeah,
I never saw Coco.
It's a good
Coco was
movie.
really good.
Yeah, it's a
That's
good
what
one.
I hear. I hear it is a good movie actually.
Dia de los Muertos.
I would say a lot of the newer Disney movies are actually like pretty good.
I'm not a big fan of Encanto.
Like Moana is pretty.
Moana's
fantastic.
one of my favorite.
I love Moana.
Princess
Frozen
and the
was good.
Frog's
I
really
enjoyed
good.
Frozen.
I don't know
Frozen
if it's
2
a
's
Disney
definitely
movie,
better.
but Zootopia is hilarious.
That's DreamWorks though, ain't it?
It's still Disney.
No, it's still Disney.
Is it still Disney?
Zootopia is pretty good. That's a good movie.
It's so funny. The sloth.
Wait, that's the one with the sloth, right?
Yeah.
That one is a
Yeah.
good one. I actually do like that one. Yes.
Overall, if we ever go to Disney again, we're definitely going to do 2 days. We're not going to go all 4 days in a row. We're going to do 2 days on, 2 days, or 1 day off, 2 days on.
That's probably a good idea. You could spend a day. You could go to Disney Springs, or you could go to a water park.
Sit at the pool and relax.
Yep, sure can. We've done that.
Okay, So I griped about the price. You could get pretty much anything at any park. I also want to gripe about some of the. I don't want to be a Karen, but some of the customer service we got was kind of shitty.
I've been hearing that. I've been reading the reviews.
We actually reviewed it, and we got a call from like the manager of Pop Century.
The awkwardest call I think I've ever been on with somebody. It was
Why?
rough. Because he called me and he was like, "Okay, so we saw your reviews. I really want to apologize, but can you please explain like what's going on?" And so I had to sit there and explain like all these just crappy experiences that I had with people, and I felt like even he wasn't really like responsive. Like he didn't take it and kind of be like, "Oh, okay, I understand." He kind of just had to talk over me half the time, and he was like, "Well, that's just kind of, that's this and this is this." And I was like, "Well, you're not listening to like
Excuse.
what we're actually
I hate
complaining about."
yeah.
Like
Then he don't want to fix the problem, is what it is.
Like we did the mobile check-in where you click check in and they tell you what room you're in. You go right to your room because you got your magic bands now or your phone. The magic bands were really cool. Have you seen those, Chris?
No, that's after my time.
Basically, the magic bands let you open up your rooms, let you get into the parks, let you do your Genie Plus. You can put your credit card or debit card on your magic band. It's basically a smartwatch.
Oh, no, they didn't. When we were there, they put your credit card on your room key, so
I
you
saw
took your
people
room
doing
key
that,
with you, and
yeah.
you could swipe.
Yeah.
We would do
But
that.
basically, we went right to our room and didn't do the check-in. Like we didn't go to the front desk and get these are the pool hours, these are breakfast time, lunch time, dinner time, blah blah
You did.
blah.
You didn't make Mickey Mouse waffles at the.
We did.
restaurant?
Well, our last day we got
I was gonna say.
Mickey Mouse. Oh no, our last day we got transferred over to Art of Animation because we tacked on an extra day at the end.
Oh, okay.
So we got they were like Cars characters. The line for the Mickey Mouse waffles was atrocious, and we were just hungry and wanted food.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, but yeah, we went up and so we decided we're gonna go just ask some questions at the front desk, and we hadn't really walked around the resort because the resort's huge, and we just wanted to get right to the park. So we want to know what time the pool opened and closed. The legit, she didn't tell us. She was like, "It's posted." Instead of just telling us the time.
Yeah.
I think she have told us like after it's posted, but it's 10 to 11 or whatever.
That's exactly what should have done. Exactly. Yeah, I've been hearing their customer service has really gone downhill.
The biggest thing, our biggest issue was they just kept trying to push everything to the app. We have a question. Oh, it's on the app, and here's how you get to it on the app. Or
Yeah, it did used to be like that.
everything just got pushed to the app, and it just felt like they didn't want to help us. Now, granted, it wasn't everybody, but it was enough.
It's enough to aggravate you.
Yeah, it's like we don't want to look at the app. We want you to tell us. It's easier for 2 seconds to tell us how to do it instead of us fumbling around the app for 5 minutes. And then like the night we got back from Epcot, we were at Art of Animation, and I forget what I asked. Do you remember what I asked the guy in the gift shop, Kimberly? But he had a very snarky response.
No, I have zero clue what you asked. I don't remember a lot from that night. I had really good wine, so I was
Oh yeah, that wine was good.
I was just living my life.
We got wine from Italy. Oh, it was good. And I got a beer from Germany, and that beer was good. Basically, I asked some guy in the gift shop just a question. It was so they have those cups you get at a resort, and you can get free refills for like while you're at the resort. So I just wanted to ask a question of, hey, since we transferred to resorts, do our cups still have free refills? And he just gave me a very snarky response back, and we were like, really? You couldn't have just said, yeah, it transfers over. Like I thought the big thing of Disney was like customer service.
It used to be.
Oh well, maybe it was just because we're in the pleb resorts.
I read those like behind the magic reviews and stuff a lot. And I've been hearing a lot of people complain about a lot of different things. And I don't know if it's because it's there's so much social media out there that it's just
it's starting to get
If it's
seen more.
always been there, or if it's just getting seen more. Yeah.
Okay, but like my thing is if you can respond to a question nicely versus being rude about it, it's really not that big of a difference though. You know?
Sure.
Like I think that's stupid. And when you're working at a place that has such a face like Disney, it's like why not just be nice? Like it was just pathetic. It's like they were just having a bad day all day and then we hit like every
it
single
comes
bad
down
person
to
pretty much.
don't work customer service if you're not a people person.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
It's like they didn't get to be one of the princesses or Mickey, so they're working in a gift shop and they're pissed.
I'd rather do that than be a Mickey or something.
Yeah, right.
It's like
Fun fact.
being a Charles Entertainment Cheese. I don't want to do that.
Oh god. They are very specific on like what you look like and how tall you are and everything for all of the characters. And I found out when I was in like college that I couldn't be a Disney princess, and it crushed me for like the rest of my life because I'm too tall. Just being told that you're too tall and you can't be a princess was life altering.
Yeah, you could be canceled now.
Oh, like
Yeah, I
the
guess it
big
wasn't.
issue because
Yeah.
they have somebody do a zip line from the top of the castle to wherever during the fireworks show at Magic Kingdom, and when it came out that was a guy, they had a huge issue. People did.
Why?
Because it was Tinkerbell. And so like people is like, oh, it should be a girl, and then when it came out as it might be a boy, people freaked out.
You go to Disney the first week of June, you see plenty of men dressed like Tinkerbell, so I don't know what the problem is.
I'm gonna sound like a boomer on this one.
What?
The way people dress there, it's like, why you're basically just not wearing clothes, so why don't you just take off the rest?
Why?
Like they dress so like they're going clubbing. It's like there's kids here. Well, I don't want my kids not to have kids, but if I had kids there, I don't want them to see some girl basically, without a bra on, with
Dude,
barely
when
a
I
shirt
went
on.
to the wedding,
I'm booking
I went
my
to that
next
wedding,
trip
right?
to Disney ASAP.
when I went to my stepson's wedding, right? Those girls they all look like, to me, they were all just like Penny from The Big Bang Theory if she was going out. That's what all the women were dressed like at the wedding, right? And they have no shame. When the song says get low, they get low.
I mean,
And I have not seen that many underpants in one place since I've been to a Victoria's Secret. So that's just the way that kids are these days. I mean, they have no shame. They don't care. People don't care anymore.
So just to change the subject a little bit, I guess. We got at Disney Springs. We went and got some moonshine. They had a place that sold like really good moonshine, so we got some moonshine and we're sitting there drinking it. And all of a sudden, these two girls stop, get out their selfie sticks with their cameras, and they start making like a TikTok or something. And it was the most stupid thing I'd ever seen.
Was it the Applebee's stance?
What do you mean the Applebee's stance?
Fancy like Applebee's?
No, they were like just think influencers in the wild. They got some cool stuff and they were showing it all.
Influencers in the wild.
Basically, I felt one of them. I'm surprised no one walked off with her bag. She left her bag and she walked off like 20 feet away, 30 feet away. And I'm just sitting there staring at this bag and like I could walk up there and take it and disappear before she could do anything.
Oh, don't lie.
That
She
a
could run you
teacher.
down. Don't lie. You got a bum leg.
Shut up. She doesn't know that. That's
It's
for
a
me
bum
to know
foot,
and
by
her
the
to
way.
find out. Hey, that was day 0, so I was still fresh, and I could have made a run for it. By like right now,
My safe
nah,
word is
walking
pineapple.
15 feet is an issue.
Yeah.
How did you do in the park with your foot? Speaking of which, how did you do?
I think I did pretty good.
Did you get an
Kimberly,
electric cart like the old people?
no, Kimberly would have been very not hung out. Would have said no to me.
Why not? When I was at Epcot, this is a true story. I was at Epcot one time, and I've got a picture of it somewhere. That there was an old couple, and they had him in an electric scooter, and his wife was in a wheelchair, and she was holding on to his belt, and she was dragging him all over. She was dragging her all over Epcot Center. That's a true story. I've got a picture of him somewhere.
how
So,
did
but I
we
mean, it was
get-
cheaper that way because they could rent an electric scooter and rent a wheelchair instead of two electric
Yeah.
scooters. So she just held onto his belt and just drug her all over the park.
Personally, I think I did pretty good. By the end of the night, of course, I'm limping and I'm having, I'm slowing down a little bit. I do a thing when I start getting my foot starts getting tired. I kind of sway my arms a lot.
No, he swings his arms as if he's getting ready to like swim a lap. Like,
He needs that momentum.
no, it's
He's a
like
Needs that momentum.
God.
Carry him.
Like I have to grab his arm just to like, okay, we'll just hold hands. It's fine. It's fine. Like, oh my gosh. He also turns his foot out too and limps with it. So he'll like swing his
Like
arm and then like
like
swing his leg
Quasimodo?
forward.
Yeah, like it's dead and it's like dragging behind him.
Yes, master. Like Igor.
Yeah. Oh no.
Walk this way.
It'd be cool to go to Disney one day. So it's just
It's worth it. It's a lot of fun. I highly suggest Genie Plus. It's worth the money. You don't have to wait in the lines.
How much extra is the
Make
Genie?
sure you're up by 7 o'clock because at 7 o'clock Genie Plus opens up and you better be scheduling your first ride.
It was
How much?
120.
It's 120. Is that for all four parks or just for one park?
For us, that was I don't know, actually.
That
For
was
us,
our
that covered all four. So
That's actually good.
Yeah. It was like 200 for Universal for both parks for one day or something like
This
that.
is like the South
I'm
Park.
pretty
when
Granted,
Kurt
I mean, we went through a travel agent though, so she may have gotten us
a deal.
more deals than what we really know. I don't. She
Yeah.
didn't really show me the breakdown of. I mean, she did,
see
but
it.
I didn't look, so
Yeah.
I don't need to read
Huh.
numbers. It's fine.
Lines, always with the lines. I can't
We did
stand
not
them.
wait in any
It's
lines.
like Cartman with the line.
The numbers, Mason.
I think we only went on like 4 or 5 rides that we didn't use Genie Plus, but we were able to get right in because no one was there.
And then they invented Fast Pass, so then you have to wait in line to get the Fast Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's a nightmare.
But then after Disney, we went to Daytona and enjoyed some time at the beach. Daytona was weird. I kind of forgot that you can drive a car on the beach, and when I
You
saw
can.
that, I was like, "Oh yeah,
They do that silly racing thing there, right?
Yeah,
oh my
they do.
god, the Daytona International Speedway is huge."
It is it's massive. Yeah.
We went. Oh my! So we went to a restaurant. It's basically the equivalent to Half Moon here. But the food there was so stinking good. Oh my gosh! Like we are still talking about it today. I'm trying to find the name. It's called Rock Bottom Restaurant and Brewery.
Oh, okay.
It is so good. Oh my goodness, with nachos. Oh, like,
I'm hungry.
I really for the weddings, I want to call them and be like, hey, can you cater like all the way from Kokomo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, that's our trip. Any questions, concerns?
Nope.
I kind of want to go to Universal still, but I'm not. I'm in no big rush for it.
Right.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's like I think what the most thing I think I probably spoke about this, but my most anticipated thing about Universal was Harry Potter, but it was so busy you couldn't really like enjoy it when I went, but it was still cool to like walk around in like the stores and stuff, and it's like you felt like a wizard.
So there's how many parks does Universal have?
2. Well,
Two.
they got a water park too. So
Oh yeah.
Do what are they called? Like just Universal Studios and
you
Yeah,
got
they do
Universal
Universal
Studios, and then you
and
have Universal
Adventure.
Studios Islands of
Uh,
Adventure.
Islands of Adventure. Yeah.
okay. Do you have so like at Disney, Chris? I don't know if you know, but do you have to pay for like the water parks? Is that like a different park you have to pay for?
Yeah, it's a different theme park. Yeah.
Okay. So if we wanted to go to the water park, we would have to pay.
Yes,
I mean that makes sense, but
but they're fun. I don't know, but I only know about Typhoon Lagoon. No,
there's
wait,
Typhoon, not
no,
Typhoon.
Blizzard Beach is the one I went to.
I don't remember what the other one was called.
Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
There's no point in going to one of those because it rains so much. So you can just go play in the rain, honestly.
Well, I lived there. That was my advantage. You know what I mean? So I can just go for the day.
Well, good for you.
I mean, but the downside is like it's not a huge water park. I think the one at SeaWorld actually is better, or even the one at Buccaneer Bay at Tampa, Busch Gardens, because we did Blizzard Beach, and then like we had passes to Universal, and like later in the afternoon we left and went to Universal. So, but that I don't know. So there you go.
How was your days at the track, Chris? And you two are going to the 500 next week. So
Yeah,
that's gonna-
Mikey's going. I'm busting his 500 cherry. I'm really excited about that. It was good. Because I had to work every day. You know, I was supposed to. Well, it worked out actually because I covered for Chris on the trolley. So I got off at 12:30 on Tuesday and drove straight to the racetrack. I was supposed to be off Wednesday and Friday, but it rained all day Wednesday and they didn't run. So I kind of was at an advantage. So I went Wednesday. Friday sucked because it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds and really heavy gusts. So there wasn't a lot of running. And ended up leaving early. And then yesterday I didn't go because I was just tired and I didn't know if it was going to rain or not. But today, I went today. They only ran 12 cars. They qualified yesterday, right? So I skipped the Grand Prix. I'll go back to the Grand Prix, but well, actually, I'll talk about the Grand Prix. So last week was the Grand Prix. It was hot on Friday. I got all sunburnt, but I had a good day. Then Saturday was the race, and it started out hot in the morning, and then the race got rain delayed because there was a lightning strike. It was like thunderstorming, so they delayed the race. So the race ended in a downpour. But it was a freaking awesome race. Colton Herta won. So that's one of my guys. That's Andretti Autosport. So we saw Colton Herta win in the rain. That was pretty cool. But back to qualifying today. So yesterday they qualified all 33 cars, basically. And then they take the top 12 from them and they qualify them today for the pole position. So
Pages on my frigate list.
they all 12 cars qualify. Then from the 12 cars today, they qualify the top 12. Then they go to the Fast Six. So the Fast Six qualify.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
2 A's.
what are you talking about?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, mute yourself.
I'm
Idiot.
trying to have multiple conversations with multiple people.
So Scott Dixon, he grabbed the pole for the Indianapolis 500 today. It is his 5th pole position. He turned laps over 234 miles an hour. It is the fastest. It's not the track record, but it is the fastest pole speed in Indy 500 history. So the pole speed is 234.046 for lap average. So he didn't do that twice. He ran 233 the first time, and he went out and ripped off 4 laps over 234 miles an hour. That's the fastest pole speed in Indy 500 history. So the fastest qualifying speed is 236.986, but that came on back then they had multiple days of qualifying. So that speed was ran on day 2. So Dixon didn't run the fastest pole or qualifying speed, but he did run the fastest pole speed. So we line them up, and we are ready to go. So, I've got no dog in the hunt. My guy doesn't really have a ride this year, so I'll root for Alexander Rossi. He starts 20th,
Who are you?
and Alexander Rossi starts 20th. Marco Andretti starts 23rd, and Colton Herta starts 25th. Those will probably be the three guys I root for.
What about Connor Daly?
Connor is starting 18th.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And okay, so
About
he
middle of
kind
the
of
pack.
he had a kind of a bad qualifying deal. His teammates starting third and fourth, so that's the kind of speed. Plus, he ripped off the fastest on Friday. He ripped off the fastest trap speed ever recorded at the Speedway, which was 200. He went 243 miles an hour going into turn 3.
Damn.
So that car's fast. So.
All right.
So he would be a good bet.
He would be a good bet. He would be a good bet. I think Takuma Sato is a good bet too. If you want to put
Yeah.
some money on a couple of drivers, Connor Daly and Takuma Sato.
Mikey's putting in bets right now. I
No.
can hear it.
I haven't placed a bet in I don't know how long. But could have.
I'll be putting money on Takuma Sato, and I don't bet that often. So,
I'm waiting for
but
football
yeah,
season.
we
to
had
start
an
back
extra
up.
ticket. Somebody's not coming, so I asked Mikey to go because I figured Chris spent a lot of money, and our parking spot is literally a mile from the racetrack. So.
Holy shit.
We honestly didn't spend that much money at Disney. Like the biggest thing we spent was like on food, of course. And even then, we barely we brought snacks, so we ate like breakfast before we in our room.
That's what I do at the racetrack. I take snacks because food's freaking expensive as hell at the racetrack.
I think I
but-
spent like 1,000 less than I was than I was like budgeted.
I don't think it's a mile. It might not be a full mile, but it's a ways. It's a little bit of a walk from the racetrack. That's so we can get in and out fairly
ain't bad.
easily. No, it's not. The closer you get to the track, there's 350,000 people there. So the closer you park to the racetrack, the worse the traffic is to get out. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna try to get out fast, or are you gonna kind of just chill and wait for traffic? To
we
die?
are so we get down there super early, and actually there's an area. There's a gate at the entrance to turn 1 of the Speedway, and you can walk out onto the racetrack on race morning. So if we're going to walk into the infield, we're going to walk out onto the racetrack. We'll do that. We walk through the infield. We do a lot of walking around, and we got into the habit now if we wait, whenever whoever wins the race, they come around in the pace car after the race is over and wave at the fans and stuff. So we always wait for that. And we still get right out onto, we've kind of, we've done this before. So,
yeah.
So we'll get out fairly easily. So, but it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. So, yeah, we'll go out on the racetrack. And usually they have a red carpet with celebrities. So we'll try and get that in there too. That's down by the pagoda. So,
yes.
See if
I'm so pumped. I am.
Yeah,
What
you're
type
going to have
of
a good time.
celebrities?
I mean, when a couple years ago, when Ford versus Ferrari came out, Christian Bale and Matt Damon were walking the red carpet, and if you can get in early enough, they'll sign autographs and take pictures of people. Jake Gyllenhaal's been on the red carpet. Who else? That guy from not Norman Reedus, the other guy, the guy from Walking Dead.
Oh, the main guy before the main guy.
Yeah, who's the main guy? What's that guy's name?
Let me look. I got this one.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
With the beard.
Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah, Andrew Lincoln. He was there one time. So they have fairly big celebrities. Ice-T and Coco were there one year. So yeah, they have some pretty big name celebrities come to the race. So we try to do as much as we can in the morning before we go up to we go put our shit down on the seats where we sit, and then we just walk around. That's usually what we do. So it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. So, but yeah, he's gonna have a good time. Sure. So
I've never been to the 500. I've been to the 400 a couple times. I know it's not the same.
no, it's not the same.
I hope to go to the 500 at some point, but you're right. This year would not. I would have not gone this year.
Exactly. So what?
You never know. You could, but I'm not. I'm not mad. I don't really care. Oh, so Tim, got a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think of Stranger Worlds?
I think it's great.
Strange new world.
Have you? I'm caught up now. I watched all 3 episodes.
Oh yeah, I like them all. I think they're all pretty good.
It's original Star Trek, which is amazing. As in, like, the ship or disaster of the week, not, some overarching story. There is an overarching story, but it's not like
I don't know what it is, if there is one.
Captain Pike's view of the future, what he saw in Discovery, how he gets in the chair.
But yeah, I
No.
think it's pretty good. I like it.
I
That
watched.
and Halo just finished too, and I don't know if you've watched Halo, but
I-
these last few episodes were banger.
I'm on a couple episodes. It's really hard for me to get through. The one I just watched was about Quan, and I could care less about that girl.
That's only it's. I think you're talking about episode like 6, and that's
Yeah, her and
last
the one guy kind of kill a lot of people. That's all I remember.
last time you see them, at least until season 2, probably, because that's where they're
Oh.
gonna have to go to get to the Halo, probably.
Okay, well, all I know I'm totally not interested in her story. So
Yeah, no, it's just that one episode. Once you like get over that episode, it's back
All-
to shit.
all back uphill.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could watch more if it was more about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good.
I have not watched anything but old Indy 500s, so I'm not going to make it to 2021. Currently at 2009 with 7
Why are you
days
so
to
far
go.
back?
I don't know.
Usually you're pretty good about.
I didn't. Because what happened was when I started finding qualifying on YouTube. I started watching qualifying shows from the 500. I think that's what messed me up. So
Because like the last few years, you're always pretty good about watching them in time. But
I'm currently watching 2009. So I've got to watch what's that? I got to watch 12 in 7 days. And I'm going to. I'll be gone all day Friday because I'm going to Carb Day, and then we're going to Raceway Park for the Silver Crowns and midget races on Friday night. So I would have to watch 2 a day for the next 6 days.
I believe in you.
I know, right? Luckily, there ain't no more damn rain delayed races from here on out, so I should be okay.
Oh, anybody have anything else or?
Maverick comes out
Yes.
this weekend.
Oh,
Cannot
yeah.
frickin'
And
wait.
Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan
yes,
comes
and
out
Obi-Wan.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
We need to go see Maverick too. Like get our tickets ASAP. I work PMs though, so it would have to be.
It would have to be Saturday for me. I would have to go like Saturday afternoon.
I'm down.
And I could do probably Saturday evening. I think I'm going up to the cottage Saturday. But so I have to be back for the 500. But
Yeah, because we leave like. We
the
leave
gates
around.
open at 6. I saw.
Yeah, we try to get down there around at 7ish. So we would probably have
Okay.
to leave it like we would have to leave at like 5:45 probably. I think.
Yeah.
I'll look
6
up
somewhere.
ticket. I'll look up show times and we'll decide.
Okay.
Tim, you coming?
Oh, yeah.
He's being there in spirit.
It's a race though, so I probably won't be there in spirit.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We're talking about Maverick, not the race.
Oh, Maverick? Oh
But
yeah.
you
I'll
do
be
have
there.
to watch the race because we're going to be talking about it next podcast, and we got to know.
I'm not even gonna watch the race. Let's be honest.
You will watch the race, Chris.
Dude,
I'm
It's
too
not
drunk
even.
to
How
taste
am I
this
gonna watch
chicken.
it? How am I gonna watch it?
How you gonna watch? It's on. Don't you have NBC?
I don't have cable.
Might be on Peacock.
It'll be on
I can
Peacock.
It would be on the
that they're
cock.
all going to take left turns.
Is it gonna be
It'll
on
be
the
on
cock?
Peak. It'll be at least it'll be a. Yeah, it should be on Peacock.
Well, I got the cock, so
Well,
Let's
if you
see.
got the cock,
Indy
you go.
500 streaming.
embrace the cock. You should be able to watch it on Peacock. I don't know
This
if
is
you can't watch
NBC.
it live, they'll have it on tape delayed, like half hour after the race is over. So you should be able to watch the race.
or I'll just look up the highlights and then I'll act like I watched it.
No,
Uh.
no.
Are there really even highlights for a fucking race?
Shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
There's
could pass in and I don't know.
All right, well, you can. I don't
no.
remember
We
how-
got to have a shower thought.
Oh
don't
yeah,
we?
shower thought. Go ahead. Anybody?
Hang on. I thought I had
No.
one. Yeah, maybe I don't
Wow.
have one.
Wow.
I thought I
Huh.
had one. I guess I didn't take a picture. Hang on, let me see if it's in my erased photos. I thought I took a photo, or I took a.
I had
Here's a
one that I
shower
saw,
thought.
but I don't remember.
Me eating a bunch of tacos. Yeah, think about that next time you're in the shower.
Oh, I'm hungry now.
Oh wait, maybe I put it in my notes. Hang on a second.
Maybe.
Oh, have we heard about when cheetahs cheat?
Not to my knowledge.
Cheetahs cheat.
I bet when cheetahs race and one of them cheats, the other one goes, "Man, you're such a cheetah," and they laugh and eat a zebra or whatever.
That's more.
Well,
Okay.
That's more of a boomer joke.
Yeah, that's like a dad joke.
I didn't. I stole that from Twitter. It wasn't. It wasn't
Shower
that.
thought.
Let's see here. Shower thoughts. Funny. Anything good?
No.
Nobody? Boy, they're really shitting the bed on this one, guys.
Bugs don't get the same rights as animals. Because if you stepped on a dog and killed it, you'd go to jail. But if you step on an ant, no one cares.
This is true. How about maybe plants are really farming us, giving us oxygen until we eventually expire and turn
I
into
think we
mulch?
said
so
that
they can
one
I've heard
consume.
about. Have you heard about
I
the
think-
theory that oxygen is kind of poisonous, and then it's slowly killing everyone?
Here in Kokomo or just in general?
Oh, in general, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
I've heard about it here in Kokomo.
I mean, we're
Just in
more
Kokomo,
nitrogen than oxygen, I guess. But
we are 70%.
I always thought about that. Like oxygen's could be slowly poisonous and killing everyone. And we're just becoming more tolerant. That's why everyone's living longer, or something like that. You know.
I'll
Birds
tell
are
you
fake.
right now, the
Birds are
human race
stone.
is not becoming more tolerant of anything.
What?
I said the human race is not becoming more tolerant of anything. If the news is any indication.
God, we tolerate you,
Yeah.
though, Tim. I mean, that says a lot about
Here
us.
we go.
I have a good one. I have a good shower thought. We'll end on this one. I think maybe.
Me
Hopefully.
stabbing Chris in the shower.
Think
Wow.
about this.
Afterwards.
We laugh at dogs getting excited when they hear a bark on TV. But if TV was a nonstop stream of unintelligible noises and then someone suddenly spoke your language, you'd be pretty fucking startled too.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can catch us. You can catch us at Pod Nerds on Twitter, Hoosier Nerds on Facebook. You can listen to us at Spotify, TuneIn, iTunes, and Amazon, and you can watch and listen to us on YouTube.
Good job, Chris. I'm
I
so
know.
proud of you. You do it so well now.
I
It
know.
only took you a year and a half.
Just wait. Next week I'll fuck it up.
I know, right?
Tim, do you want to finish it off?
You will always know
hot.
who
That's hot.
starts.
That's hot. Finish this off.